Hi guys.
Okay, welcome back. We wanted to do a different type of video up here for hunting.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a product review of our trailer. We've had it since last year, but we only spent a couple nights in it when we first bought it.
Yeah, we got it after hunting. Yeah.
So this will be a review of the Keystone Bullet Crossfire 1900 RD, which for everybody who doesn't know, the RD stands for rear dinette,
which is
dining, which is where we're at right now. This is the rear of the trailer. The trailer has no slide outs. It's actually got really good space inside, lots and lots of storage. So we're going to go over, we'll try and do just some basic stuff that we discovered during our, we've been up here for a little over 2 weeks now, and we've got a few more days before we leave. So this was a really good period of time to find the little stuff here and there that we like, what we don't like, what we have to change, and we'll go over the stuff that's different from our old trailer that we've had to learn a little bit differently with this one.
Yeah.
So first of all, this trailer is about 6 feet, give or take a little bit, about 6 feet shorter than the last one. The last one we had, the queen size bed in the front actually went lengthwise
instead of
with
sideways,
the trailer.
Yeah.
This one is in the front again, but it goes sideways. So still a queen size bed, RV queen, so it's a little bit shorter than a normal queen.
Yeah.
And we've already measured it, and we cannot fit a regular queen mattress in there because of the one closet area up here in the front,
hanging.
So at the end of this video, we will go through the whole trailer so you can see everything that we're talking about here. So that's a major difference between the old trailer and this new one, is the length. Along with that, this one sets up higher. The ground clearance is higher. So this is able to go into more places than the last one was. We actually took it into some places that probably shouldn't have. We didn't, damage it or anything like that, but the trailer sat lower, and the plumbing for all of the tanks, the water tanks and the waste tanks, sat really low. So when we were driving around anywhere other than a normal road, you really had to watch what you were doing with the height of where we're driving over even a speed bump. You'd have to pay attention and watch it. Another major thing for differences between that camper and this one is a 12 volt system, and so basically everything in here runs off of battery. So the refrigerator is strictly a 12 volt, and
everything.
Our old one, it had a switch in it where it ran off electric
and propane,
and then it would switch to propane, like when you were at camp. So you went through more propane. This one does not do that. It's a strictly electric refrigerator. It's an electric furnace, which obviously uses propane to heat. But in order for the furnace to actually function, you have to have the battery power, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. We have a TV in here that came with it.
We have microwave.
We have the microwave. Everything in here is off the 12 volt.
Except we don't have an oven.
We do not. We don't have an oven, but we have come up with a good hack for like biscuits. We just do them on the stovetop, and it works great.
It works fine.
So if you check out videos, I'm sure Madeline has shown them. So some of the things that we really, really like about this trailer is the amount of storage. The storage is quite a bit more than our old trailer.
The old one. It's lighter in here.
It is way brighter.
You see the window, the big window in the back.
Love it. We've opened these windows up. We get great airflow through here. Once it gets warm.
Because there's window in our bed too, so the air can go there.
The bathroom is actually bigger than the last one, and it makes no sense. That trailer was bigger lengthwise and stuff.
That one has a tub.
Well, they called it a tub.
They call it a tub.
It was like a 10-inch deep.
It's for like little kids.
Tub, yeah. This one, you actually that one you had a really hard time getting out of the shower and having any room. At all. By
the toilet, because it's in front of it is the sink.
Yeah, and this one you can go in. You can.
It's
get into the shower. You can take your shower. And we'll touch on another thing about the shower here in a second, but you can get out, you can dry off, you can do, you have, it's not massive amounts of room, but you do have room to move around and actually dry off and do that stuff. Where the other one, it was really, really hard.
It's hard.
So speaking of the shower, our old trailer had a 6-gallon hot water heater that was electrically ignited using propane. This one does not. This one has an instant hot water.
Instant.
And it's really
on
not
demand.
Instant. It takes about, I counted yesterday just in my head, it took about 8 seconds from when you turn the water on to getting the good hot water. It's warm before that. So about 5 seconds you're getting warm water.
They call it what? On demand.
On demand. And it it works really well. It doesn't matter how long of a shower you're taking. However, if you shut the water off, like you turn it on, get it nice and hot, you rinse down, and you shut it off.
It'll be cold again.
To lather up and everything. Well, initially it's going to be really hot.
That's why I always put it on the wall when I turn it on.
So when you turn it back on, it's going to get really, really hot because that water's been sitting in the water heater for a little bit. And then it gets ice cold because now it's got to run through again. But it's
not bad.
It's really nice. As long as you understand that if you shut it off, you better not have it on you when you turn that water back on.
Have we tried the AC in this?
We did earlier, but not on this trip. So that's another thing, though. The hot water heater is all electric. It's an electric system. And it works really well. Really happy with that.
I don't know if you can hear the generator right now.
Yeah, we have the little generator on outside. So in order for like the television to work or the microwave to work, those are the items that you have to have either shore power, like a plug-in to a electrical house system or in a campground or something, or a generator. Once you have a generator hooked up and you're running power to the trailer, you can watch TV, you can, whatever you want. So we have the TV, we had a little Roku.
That turns it into
it turns it into a smart TV.
Smart TV, Roku.
And so we were able to watch like YouTube and whatever you think.
Movies.
But you have to have the generator on for that. But it has not been a problem as far as that goes. We've been able to keep up with news and stuff like that with that.
Yeah, we have internet here.
And we're down in the bottom.
The bottom, yeah.
Now we did get the what is it? Starlink.
Starlink.
We got the Starlink, and it has worked really well.
And you can pause your subscription.
Yeah, it's a specific
for her
subscription for RVs.
Yeah.
So
when you're not using
when
it.
you're not using it, you pause it, and then when you want to use it, you turn it back on. And it's worked out really well. We're down in the middle of a hole, and we get great speed for internet.
Yeah, because you don't have service in here.
Yeah. Before there's nothing that you could get down here, but Starlink has been great.
Yeah, you can't even make a regular phone call or something.
So the big takeaways for this being a 12-volt unit compared to our other one, which was some of it ran electrically and then it switched over to propane and that kind of thing. The refrigerator's great, works awesome. We've had to turn it down.
Yeah, it froze even on the
in
fridge.
The refrigerator.
Yeah.
It was freezing water and it was freezing stuff in there. So we had to actually turn it down.
Turn it very
to the
low.
low setting.
Yeah.
So it's been great. It runs and keeps everything cold all the time. So it is a drain on your battery. We had purchased a second battery for this. It only comes with one. We purchased a second battery and hooked them up in parallel. And what we did was we hooked them up in parallel, but we did not hook them up to where we were getting double the battery bank. We were hooking it up so we were getting more. I believe they said if you hook it up this one way, it's more amps, and if you hook it up the other way, you get basically double the battery power. Well, we want to double the battery power, and we kind of messed that up a little bit. Didn't hurt anything. It wasn't a bad setup.
It's just
so I had to
discovered it.
Change the wiring on it real quick. It's hooked up now
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because we go back to the furnace. It's run off 12 volt. So if you don't have battery power, it won't kick in. It will not allow the furnace to run. So we figured that one out pretty quickly, and so now I've switched it over and we've charged up the batteries really good, and everything's worked fine since then. So the tanks on the old system or on the old trailer were pretty big. We had a large freshwater tank.
It was what, 40?
I think it was more than that.
40 gallon or 50 gallon.
And
this one,
the black tank and the gray tank were also fairly big. This is a smaller trailer.
Smaller, yeah.
So they are all smaller.
Yeah.
I would have to look up the specifics.
20.
But we have noticed that it is significantly smaller for like the fresh tank and stuff like that.
Yeah, we shower every day.
But we shower every day. We actually purchased 2 55-gallon drums. That's what they were bought for.
It's good.
So we can shower every day.
Yeah.
And the old system, we would have to turn on the water heater. We'd have to wait at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, before you
for
can
the water to get hot.
Use it.
And now you just hit the button, hop in, and wait about 5 seconds, and the water's hot.
Yeah.
So the capacity of the tanks in this trailer is significantly lower, but it's a smaller trailer. But having said that, this trailer has an enclosed undercarriage. Underneath the trailer, it is all enclosed. Our other one did not.
Oh, the first time we
used it, the water froze.
We had that snow here in the mountains. It froze.
And so this one has it's insulated and enclosed. You can see the foam insulation that has kind of come out on spots. Not that it's been overly cold here. I don't know what it would need to get to freeze. I just know it's better than what we had previously because it's enclosed. I could get under the old one and literally the freshwater tank was right there.
Yeah.
I could physically touch that tank and there was nothing. There was nothing in between the cold air and that tank. So this one, that is a good thing for me. I like that it's enclosed underneath there, and just the quality of the build I like a little better. The main frame for our old trailer was wood, so everything underneath, like the beds and everything, was wood. Now we have some wood, like thin plywood type material, for underneath the seats and stuff, but the actual frame of the dinette, as well as under our bed, and the whole framing system of the trailer is aluminum. So it's much sturdier. I like that a lot. That's definitely an upgrade for us. So there's some really good stuff. There's some not so good stuff about this. One of them is this dinette comes down into a bed. And in order to sleep really comfortably, when Jake's not up here, Madeline will crash out on this bed, and I will sleep on the other bed because I'm older and I deserve it better. I know I'll catch some flack for that, I'm sure. No, but and just for the record, I would be fine sleeping over here too. And we actually bought a mattress top for this, and we cut it to size, so it sleeps a lot better. But it's something that you have to understand, that you have to break down the table every night, and then in the morning you got to put it all away. And that's just how it is. We're not, going to live permanently in this. So if you were, I'd probably want to change that up a little bit and maybe not get this exact model.
That will get old doing it every day.
But the pantry is really nice in here. Just generally, and we enjoyed the first trailer we had as well.
It serves its purpose.
But this one seems just so much bigger on the inside than that one. And that one was brighter. A lot longer. And this one is, I can stand at the stove over here or the sink, and everybody can walk right by me without any issues. The other one, the stove was right at the table for the dinette, and the dinette was small.
It's
and you could not have two people up
side by side. What do you call that?
When you were at the stove, it just wasn't going to happen. So this one is there's a lot of really good things about it, but there have been some
not so kind of you can change it. Or it could be better.
One thing, and Madeline and I both agree with this one: the bed in the front, in order to get in and out of it, you have to crawl. Now it's easier if you're on this side of the bed towards the back, but you still have to crawl out of the thing. So that's kind of a pain. And it's, it is what it is. It's hard
when you're in the middle of the night that you're half asleep, you want to go to the bathroom.
And then when Lily's laying right there at the bottom, you got to watch so you're not
you can step on a dog or something.
At the end of the bed, right below the closet, there's a pretty decent space there where I put my boots and my shoes, and you've been putting your shoes there. That's actually really nice. The other one, we didn't have anywhere.
You will step on it.
We didn't have anywhere to put.
It's on either side.
Either side of the bed.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any place to put our shoes and boots and stuff.
You either put it in there and then step on it later on.
This was nice. A couple additions that we did put in. I put a hook here, and I put two hooks up by the big bed. For hats, you can hang hats, because there was just nowhere to put hats.
Put a lot of hooks for keys, thereby when you enter.
And then we actually have them, the hydraulic hinges for these cabinet doors. They lift up and there's nothing to hold them up. So we bought hydraulic hinges. We have to add a little piece of wood on the inside in order to make that work. So we will do that when we get back.
But there's a lot of storage
to home. But there's
here.
tons of storage
all
over.
These these are all
now the outside storage. We have a pass through in the front, and then we have one in the rear back over here from access from the outside. They're nice, but they're not as big as the old trailer.
Well,
so we can't fit like lighter items.
Can you put the totes in there?
Little ones, but the bigger ones.
No, I meant the black, the one for the black tank.
No, they will not fit in there.
Because in our other one,
yeah, you could fit them in there.
Yeah.
So the sewage totes that we have, we have to haul separately, and we've used them. It's worked out fine, and it's been great with that. But so the storage from the outside is still pretty good, but it's smaller openings, so you're not going to fit major things in there.
Yeah.
Like the other one, but the inside storage here, I would say it's at least double what we had from the old one. We have at least double the amount of storage.
The top of the sink, the stove.
Yeah, and we don't have an oven.
This one.
So underneath the stove, we have a whole cabinet.
Yeah.
That we can put stuff in. We have a whole just a miscellaneous cabinet over here.
Cabinet.
We have a great place for a little trash can over here. The TV will slide in its own little cubby, and they have a little strap to secure it in there.
That's where our charger.
We have a specific pantry that we're using, which is great.
This is Jake's clothes.
You got the cabinets up above here. We still could put more down in here.
This is where the mattress top, the pillows, blankets.
And then we have more stuff under our bed. We have not a real big space under our bed, but we
can put stuff in there.
We do have stuff there, and then we have 3 of the upper cabinets, and then 1 closet cabinet
where you can hang something.
And they are all, they're magnets, so they're all closed with magnets, so they don't fly around and everything. Like I said, everything's to me, everything's a little bit of an upgrade. It's not like a fancy trailer at all, but it is an upgrade from what we had. I know that a lot of the framing that I saw, like underneath the dinette and stuff, I had to actually work on it, just so it wasn't completed the right way. So it was literally, when you put the table down in the other one, it would tip. Remember?
Yeah.
And I had to put some blocks in there just so when the bed was made, it wouldn't tip over.
It wouldn't tip on.
Now, saying that, this one and for everything that a car dealer tries to do, they were really honest. When we bought this, they told me you're going to have to come up with some kind of support for under
in
this
the middle
table,
of this table,
because the table will bend and bow, and it will. It will. So before we
start using it,
well, we did the 2 nights, and we had to I built that support after that. So I had to just scrap wood and stuff, and I built a really sturdy support.
Just
that goes in
wide enough in between to fit in between the legs,
where the legs are, and the base for the legs, it'll slide right in there,
and it's the same height.
So this will stay sturdy and it won't bow.
Yeah.
And because they told me is eventually you're gonna bow your table, and it's not gonna be worth anything. So I did that, and it's worked out. It's a little creaky at night, but overall it makes
great. A little more noise than I wanted. Every time you roll move
or, whatever,
or something, it just makes a lot of noise.
The the little stuff like the we've cooked in here just a couple times, but the little ceiling fan or the vent fan for the stove works really well. Light works well. The microwave works great. The water pressure is good.
Yeah.
Really nice water pressure. Now we changed out the shower head on our old one, and then we transferred that one into here, and it works great. The ceiling fan, the vent fan in the bathroom works really well.
And you don't have to use the lights in there during the day because
it's very bright.
Yeah,
very bright. So I mean, there's some good, there's some bad, there's some things that we've had to learn, and overall, I think even though there's some stuff that if I could wave a magic wand and change, I would.
But you can't get it all in.
But overall, this is to me, this is a much better trailer than the last one. I like the room. I like the ability to move around, and it feels like you're not just packed in a small little area.
Yeah.
The furnace in here, it works great.
Nice and toasty.
The old one, it had, now it was significantly longer, so they had actual ducts going throughout the trailer. It did not do that well.
No.
This little heater will heat up this trailer in just a couple minutes, and it does really well. And about the time when you're sleeping and you're like, oh, it's getting chilly, then you'll hear it kick on. It's great. I would like to change out, it's got a manual adjust thermostat. I would like to do a digital one to change it out a little bit. But the furnace has been great. I love the windows in here. It gives you so much more light in here than our other one. Our other one had a really small window on the campsite by the dinette, and it just, you didn't get any
one
light.
Window on the dinette, the other one on the opposite side for the sink.
And when we were looking at these,
you can't even open it.
Yeah, and this one, the one by the sink, will open. Now we did see one with a longer window along that wall, but
I like this one.
This one's great. This one's been really
even
nice.
That window's decent size.
So I think after being up here for the time that we have been, we've got a good feel for what's good, what's bad, what's other, that kind of thing, and hopefully we've described it well enough for you.
We have a video of the tour of this trailer. I can put the link in the description.
Yeah, and then you guys can go back and check it out.
Yeah.
It's not so trashy because we've got stuff everywhere. So
yeah,
because what we would have to do is we'd have to stop the video, move all the stuff. Okay, here's this
just
area.
to pretend that it's clean.
So we're not going to do that.
Just check the link.
So if you have any questions or anything like that, just leave it down below, and we'll try to answer it as quick as we can. But overall, out of 10, what would you give it?
Probably an 8.
I was going to say I would do an 8.
So there's like a room for a little improvement. I would do an 8. Yeah.
There's just not. There's a few things that, in order for it to be higher than that, it would have to be changed a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you cannot get it all in one camper. Everything that you.
But what would you the old camper that we had? What would you put that at?
Probably a 7 or 6.5.
I would say 6. There was no room. There was no storage. It wasn't a bad camper. I'm not saying that. But just for comfort.
Yeah, you can even sit inside
to be able to enjoy it and stuff. I would say it was a 6.
To have coffee or something, just to sit.
Or we've sat here many times on this trip.
Because even the dinette in there is just for 2 big people. It's tight.
Yeah. Well, we were fitting 4 in there at times.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And then the other one sitting on the couch, and it's still hard.
Yep. Now, I did like the couch in the old one, but they jammed it in there, and it shouldn't have been there.
And it just becomes a collection.
Yeah, it was a place for everybody to throw their stuff.
Everything, and it's not how it should be.
So let us know what you think of if our review was detailed enough of the Keystone Bullet Crossfire 1900 RD, and we'll answer whatever questions you have. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.